Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today we are going to be doing a recap on October's launches. Obviously, we're not going to be talking about every single one, but just the kind of the ones that caught my eye for either the good or the bad, and we're going to be talking about those today. And I'm going to be doing it kind of like a yes or pass, or am like buy this or not buy this, but I'm going to be putting my own spin on it. It's going to be splurge or purge. If you're new here, before I just ramble into it, if you're new here, if you've never watched a video before, then you're going to notice a lot of background noise. If you have been here before, then you already know that I live on a main road. It's a busy street, so all the time, all day, every day, no matter what time of the day or night it is, there is noise outside my window. This is my bedroom window. There's constantly road noise because it's a main road. So it's a little loud right now, but we're gonna get through. I'll try to pause during like the extremely loud times because of course, the yard people are cutting the grass outside. So, and there's nothing I can do. They're city workers, so I can't tell them to go away. But I appreciate you guys sticking through all of that and hanging out with me today and going over all of October's new releases. It's just real cozy. I'm just sitting on my bed. It's just a real cozy day. I'm sitting off to the side way over here because I'm going to post pictures of the products that I'm talking about today with you guys. That way you can kind of see for yourself. And if you see any products that are talked about today, did you guys buy them? If you did, let me know down in the comments. Or do you guys agree with me? Is it a total purge from your wish list? That's what we're going with. So splurge, that's gonna be like the premise of splurge or purge. Like splurge, obviously you bought it or you really want to buy it, you're gonna buy it, it's on your wish list. Or purge, we don't need that. It's like not worth our money. Get it out of here. So splurge, we buy in. Purge, we're not even gonna think about it. I've got some like matcha almond vanilla latte thing. It's my first time buying it, drinking it, trying it. I think I got it at Kroger, either Kroger or H-E-B. Those are the two places I go. It's good. It tastes, like healthy and like grainy, but it's good. I don't hate it. And I'm drinking it in Tim's coffee cup. He's away at work right now, so I always drink out of his bear coffee cup. It makes me think of him because for whatever reason he's like obsessed with bears. So I mean, and they're cute. At least it's not like a donkey on here or something. But okay, you guys, so the first product that we're going to talk about today is a product by Alien Cosmetics. I've never heard of this brand before. I was actually watching Heather Austin, I'm pretty sure is her name. I'll link her down below. She's a recent discovery for me here on YouTube and I really enjoy her content. And I was watching her, like she does like the judging. It's like her, if she's going to buy it or not, like what she calls it, like Judge Heather. It's really cute. And so I saw, she talked about this palette on her channel that I watched this morning, and I was like, holy cow, I have to talk about this palette because A, I think it's freaking beautiful, and B, I've never even heard of this brand before, so that's always really, really exciting. A new brand means a new formula, and I love trying out new brands and their formula. So it is called Fall Magic is the palette. That is the palette's name. I just think it is so beautiful. I'll put a picture here. That bottom color, I can't tell what it's called because like the flash of the picture has like the word, like I can't see what it says, but it's that bottom, second bottom one, that greenish, it's so beautiful. I can imagine just doing that as an all over lid shade during like Christmas. I just think it's really, really beautiful. The mattes look really well made. Like I just feel like it looks like a really nice palette. I want it. I'm not sure how much this palette's gonna retail for. I went onto their website and this palette, at least whenever I looked earlier, literally earlier today, today's November 1st, whenever I looked, I wasn't there, but their palettes, I wanted to say, if I remember correctly, they were like $40 palettes. I want to say, I remember it being like kind of in that price range. So I definitely think that $40 is definitely a reasonable price for this palette. If that is in fact what it's going to be, I don't know. But yeah, oh, and it's an indie brand, so another great reason to purchase from this brand. I am going to purchase this when it becomes available. Let me know if you want to see a review on this palette. If you've ever heard of this brand before, let me know. Sorry, Penelope just came in and I lost my train of thought. Sorry, my Penelope came in my room and asked me for more to get her some more juice, and I totally lost my train of thought. But this is going to be a splurge for me. I'm definitely going to purchase this palette. If you guys are interested in seeing a review for this palette, definitely let me know. I definitely will hop on camera and use it with you guys, do a first impression kind of thing. Yeah, so I can let you guys know if I think it's worth it or not. So the next product that's another recent release, I think like the Fall Magic palette, like I said, isn't even available on their website yet. And then there's Tropical Vibes by Ace Beaute is going to be our next item on the list. This is probably going to be a splurge for me. I haven't decided because I don't know how often I would use this color story of like, obviously like the army greens, or just even there's neons in there, there's some browns. I think it's a beautiful palette, just it does lean towards more green, obviously, than it does brown. And then you have like your kind of two neon-y shades and looks like 1, 2, 3 glitter sparkly shades. Looking at it, it is such a beautiful palette. I do think that it's pretty, and I love Ace Beaute's eyeshadow palettes. I have a couple of them and I love all of them. I'm actually wearing one of their palettes today on my eyes, but I don't know, I haven't decided. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I haven't decided. Oh, I have notes down for all the products I'm gonna talk about, and I have a green dot, which means splurge next to it. So at one point in time I was dead set that I was gonna buy it, but I don't know, you know, I don't know yet. I don't know. I will keep you updated. If you guys love this palette but are also on the fence and you want to see me review it, let me know down in the comments, because I'm seriously on the fence about it. But next we have the Colourpop Quartz collection. Yeah, you know, I just don't need it. It's gonna be a for sure purge for me. It's not because I don't like Colourpop or their products. I think that their products are just great and fine, but I'm sure I have these colors, at least the 9-pan palette. Like, I have those colors for sure somewhere. I know that, I'm not sure if this is Super Shock or not. I'm just looking at like a screenshot that I took from Trend Mood, who I'll have linked below. But yeah, I don't need it, you know. I don't know what color those lippies are. Let me see if I can just pull it up on Trend Mood. Oh. Okay, that's the only picture that they have as well. So yeah, based upon the information that I currently have, I see it's a 9-pan eyeshadow palette. There's maybe 3. I don't know if they're Super Shock. It doesn't look like it's the Super Shock packaging, so maybe it's just like a really pressed glitter. And then maybe there's 2 Super Shock something or others over here. I don't know. And then it looks like there's 3 lippies. I don't think I need it. So next on, excuse the cat, next on my list of newer things that have came out this past month of October is the Amor y Mariposas. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm not Hispanic, but I do know that that's butterfly. And you also have like little hints of like butterfly in the packaging as well. This is from Melt. This is from Melt Cosmetics. I want it. I think this is freaking beautiful. I love it. I love the packaging. I think it's really luxe. I think it's really beautiful. I love how it's gold. I love everything about this packaging, about this collection, about the color story. I think it looks really dark but bright all at the same time. I just think it's beautiful. I want all of the lipsticks. I want the eyeshadow palette. It looks like maybe there's even a face palette in there. I just really want it. I think it's beautiful. Okay, so this next product was released, I want to say, on the 21st, and this product is the Danessa Myricks. I think that's how you say it, Danessa Myricks. She released, what is the palette called? Okay, Lightwork Volume 3. So this is the third edition to her Lightwork palettes. This is the first I've ever heard or seen of this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that palette. Like, I just am like in a trance. Like, I'm just pulled into that palette. I think it's beautiful. Especially those four larger ones, like looking at like the moon. Like, I think it is beautiful. It's stunning. I love it. And I knew by looking at it, mind you, again, I've never heard of this person or anything. I've never heard of this brand before. Maybe I live under a rock. I don't know. But look at the swatches. I mean, look at this finger swatch right here. I mean, yes, how satisfying. You guys, the price on this, $125. I just cannot. I mean, I think it's absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's stunning. I love it. Gorgeous. $125 though, and I was reading in like the comments and stuff, apparently the price is really worth it. It's a great formula, you know, all this stuff, it's just beautiful, and that's really great. I believe that it's beautiful. I'm looking at the swatches. I can see in the palette it's beautiful. But $125, you guys. I just, you know, if you got it like that, then if I had it like that, I would spend $125 on this palette because I love it. I think it's beautiful. But I don't have it like that, so we're not gonna be splurging on it. It's a Purge simply because of the price, y'all. Like, $125. If you are comfortable, your bank account is where it needs to be, where you can spend $125 on a highlighter palette. But you can use it on your eyes too, just like the shades are like chrome. Then do you, boo. Like, get it. Should get me one too. I'm like moving around this entire video. I'm sorry. I felt like the light was like weird, so I just adjusted how my light was. I don't know. Sorry. So next we have BH Cosmetics. They came out with their holiday collection. It's the Miss Claus holiday collection. So I'm not gonna get this for sure. I'm at least not gonna get this larger one. The 16 pan palette I think is only $12.99. I may pick up that one because it is cute. And for $12.99 I can use it one time, or I can use it for like a tutorial with you guys, and then my 3 going on 4-year-old, she would absolutely love something like this, and for $12.99 I can definitely let her dig into it for her creative flow as well. The brushes I'm definitely not going to get, although BH Cosmetics does make really nice brushes. I'm not going to be purchasing these. I think the concept is really, really cute, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know, it does, whenever I first saw it, it read very like Coca-Cola to me, because obviously the red and the white, and I know that's Christmas too, but I don't know, just something about it reads very like Coca-Cola to me. So I'm just not into it. I'm not gonna pick it up. This is an easy purge for me. Okay, so one product that I actually found that was new on my own, I didn't see this posted on Trend Mood, I could have just missed it, but HankandHenry, he came out with 7 new Lip Lust Luxe lipsticks. Okay, I think that these look really, really freaking pretty. The top's like the actual like lipstick kind of looks like it has like glitter or like sparkly texture to it, and I think it looks freaking delicious. I want one, that deep purple shade. I think like the deepest one. I think it's freaking beautiful. That the second and the third one, I love all of them, but if I had to pick three, if I could pick three, the very last one and then number 2 and number 3. I like number 1 too, but I think with my skin tone, I probably would look like a corpse. So we gotta have a little bit more pink in there, you know? But yeah, I think these look absolutely stunning. Oh, look at this red right here. Maybe it's like standing out behind like the browns and stuff, but yeah, it's a splurge for your girl. I don't know how much these are. They're $19. Okay, I'm definitely gonna buy one, and they're available now. Ooh.
Mommy, did you take because I brought the dad?
I know, but she's sleeping.
But we need to because
I know, it's okay. It's okay, baby. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so freaking sorry. What a crazy day. People are downstairs in our patio area, I guess spraying for bugs, which is great, but I'm just like, oh my god. Can a girl just film a video without the entire freaking town coming to visit? Well, on the lipstick train, we do also have a launch from Makeup by Mario. This happened like mid to end October. I did order one of these lipsticks. I'm just waiting for it from the mail from Sephora. The shade that I wanted wasn't available in the actual store, so I just ordered it. The one that I ordered is Myricks. It's like a darker brown. I just thought it was so rich and so beautiful. If I like the formula and whatever else about the lipstick, I'm going to order a more like nudie one, but I just thought with fall time in full effect, November is here, browns, deep browns, like colors like that, I really love to get into around this time of year. So I can always use a nudie nude, but that nude deep brown was just like calling my name. I had to have it, so I ordered it. And of course, like a couple days later, he launched the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil that retails for $22. I probably won't purchase one of these. For $22 a lip pencil, I probably won't. I'm not gonna purchase this. I know that I won't. This is just a 100% purge for me. I don't see the need to purchase expensive lip pencils when the drugstore offers great products and options for half the price. Sorry if you guys can hear my dogs. I'm sure you can. There's people on the patio. They're painting and doing whatever else. I don't know. So they're gonna be barking. So our next item that's on the list is gonna be the Wet n Wild. I didn't know that they dropped this. Since it was released October 15th, I was scrolling through Trendmood either last night or this morning, and I literally just noticed it. It's the Cotton Candy Clouds collection. It is so cute. I don't want it. I think the sponges are super cute. The little pink and the blue, and how they have this little like imprint on them of the little boy and girl. I think they're so cute. The little cup that I guess you can put either water in or your sponges in. I just think it's really cute and whimsical and fun and sweet. I don't want it for me personally, but you know, I'm almost 30, so this doesn't like speak to me, but I know that my 3-year-old is going to die. She's going to absolutely love it. Next we have a relaunch. We have a oh god, a relaunch. I was gonna say release and then launch, and they like became one. Not even relaunch, I said relaunch. Anywho's, we have a new release from TRIXIE Cosmetics. It is the Just a Girl collection. It is inspired by the 90s, which I was alive in the 90s, but I was a toddler. So obviously 90s nostalgia isn't the same for me as it is for someone who's maybe in their 30s or 40s. Although I'm almost there. I will be 29 in a couple of months. Well, in a month. Oh my god, December 22nd. So in a month and a half, I'll be 29. I'm getting up there, but I don't have like, you know, like how, you know, my 2 older sisters may. Like, I have a 34-year-old sister, and I believe my oldest sister is 37. Christian, if I just aged you, I'm sorry. But yeah, so they probably have a different like feeling about the 90s as what I do, because I was like 5 and they were like 15. With that being said, I do love TRIXIE Cosmetics. I love them so much. I have like the notification like texts that come to me like, do you want a sneak peek? And I'm like, yes, I do. I have the orange one. I know who has orange blush. I have the orange one, and I have the purple one. Even though they're unconventional shades, I still, and I use them. I love them. I actually used this purple one on Penelope, my oldest daughter, last night because she was Vampirina, and Vampirina is a purple vampire. So I used this palette on my 3-year-old last night. There's just something about this one. I don't know. You know, like, I want to buy it because I have the other 2, and I'm like, I need the other one because you like that, like, not that I'm a collector, but like that like vibe inside of me is like telling me you have to get this one because you have the other 2. So why wouldn't you get this one? But I don't know, like, I don't know, that brown in there is just like too, I would never use that on my face. Like, I couldn't, you know. And then the other 2, I know the one in the middle is a matte, but it's very like flesh toned to me, and maybe that was the vibe in the 90s and I just like wasn't there for it, so I don't know. You know, the little bucket hat, the pencil holder, all of that is cute, but like it's just not like my vibe, you know, that like girly, like dumb blonde, clueless-esque, even like Mean Girl-esque vibe. It's just not me. And so I just wasn't excited. But I just don't know who could use that cheek palette. Like, I don't know. I guess if you're like real dramatic with your makeup, maybe, or maybe if you're like a little bit tanner than I am for that brown shade. I don't know who, like, maybe the middle shade would show up on me. I don't know. That pink, I'm sure it's supposed to be a highlighter because all that third one is always a shimmery shade. I don't know, you know, I just, and it like makes me sad because I want to want it, you know, like I want to want it so bad, but I just don't. Also coming out this month, it looks like on October 17th, Jacqueline Hill launched the Naughty and Ice Holiday Collection. It has a face palette, it looks like maybe 2 highlighters and a blush. I don't know if that's shimmery, if it's matte, maybe a blush topper or a blush itself. I can't really tell. I have seen some reviews on this. You know, I've never tried anything from Jacqueline Hill Cosmetics, even like before like the whole lipstick thing happened. I've never tried anything. Even like in BoxyCharm or through Morphe, I've never tried anything. I don't even have her Morphe X Jacqueline palette. I have never tried anything that has Jacqueline Hill's name on it, not intentionally. It's just the way life has transpired. I haven't tried anything from her. And I'm not going to start with this collection. I saw Kelly Strack review this, and she said that she enjoyed the face palette, but you know, she's not sure how many people can utilize this. I totally agree. Yes, because the lip product that she used went totally awry, so that was obviously discouraging. So yeah, I just am not going to be buying into any of these products. Yeah, so it looks like Lawless has came out with a new, the formula, the product itself isn't new. We just added some new shades to Forget the Filler. I don't know much about the brand Lawless. I know that it is I believe that I know it's an independently owned brand. It's a woman-owned brand. That much I do know. It is a woman owner. I want to say I follow her on Instagram. I think Lawless is her last name, which is pretty dope. I think that these look really, really pretty. I do think I'm going to purchase one of them. I really like that really, really pinky shade. Let me see if I can get an actual. They're $25. It's a hydrating high shine finish. So it says Butterfly is a sheer baby lavender with a pearl finish. Glazed is a pinky pale beige with a pearl finish, and Angel is a sheer pink watermelon with a pearl finish. I'm not sure which one it is that I like. I can't really tell. I know it's not the beigey one because on the lips it looks pink, but the two of them look really similar. You can see in this picture the two on the outside, they just look really similar on the swatch. But one of them, or maybe either of them, maybe it doesn't matter, I want. Sorry guys, had to change my battery. It's not one thing today, it's another, let me tell you. So we do have a couple more products to talk about. I promise we're almost done. So next is gonna be another thing where I'm not splurging for myself. I'm buying it for my daughter for Christmas because she loves to get into my makeup, which is fine, But let's see, Beautybay. I've never purchased from Beautybay, but Beautybay has just collabed with Disney. They have an Alice in Wonderland palette and a Bambi palette. I am definitely going to purchase the Bambi palette. I'm splurging on it in the name of Christmas. I think it is so cute. These blues. That orange is kind of a dark color, but I get it. They weren't marketing this for a 4-year-old, so I'll let it slide. But these blues, these pale creamy white colors, and that little baby purple, I think this is so cute. These were just solid shades. It wouldn't make sense to get it for Penelope, but since they've gone the extra mile and stamped Minnie Mouse on each little eyeshadow thing, I have to get it now. It's a splurge. Oh, now that I'm looking on the Instagram account for Beautybay, they even have this like super cute mirror. Oh, and they have like color sticks. Okay, that mirror is really cute. It's a square mirror. Oh, sorry. I don't know how expensive Beautybay is. From what I gather, they're not very pricey, so I'm gonna guesstimate this palette anywhere between $12 and $15. But I'm gonna buy it for Penelope. Okay, so I did want to talk about really quickly these nail polishes that Lights Lacquer came out with. They did a collab with Friends, I guess. I think these are so freaking cute. I get my nails done for the most part. I'm not very talented at painting my own nails. They always look, you know like when a gift is homemade instead of like professionally made. You can just tell. That's how my nails are. Whenever I do my own nails, you're just like, you did those yourself, didn't you? But if I did paint my own nails, I would buy these. So I think the colors are super fun. The packaging is super fun. There's a coffee cup that comes with it, or that's at least in the advertisement. I don't know if that's available for purchase, because I would buy that, like, for sure. That coffee cup is so cute. I'm here for it. So I think this is super, super cute. I won't be purchasing it. But I do think that the collection is adorable, and if you're into painting your own nails, or if you have like maybe like a teenage or preteen daughter or niece or something like that, this would be a great gift because it is super cute. So before we go today, there's a few more things I wanted to talk about that I thought were super interesting that I noticed over the month of October, is that we had a couple of brands sprout from the concrete cracks, and I wanted to talk about them with you guys. I wanted to get your opinion, if I dare say. So I'm sure you guys know, if you're watching me, you obviously watch beauty YouTube, so you clearly know that Nikki Tutorials has launched her own skincare slash skin prep brand. It's called Nemia, which I'm pretty sure she said is a Dutch word, but am I the only one who feels like that sounds very Asian? Nemia? It sounds like noodles or something. So I think it's really cute. Like, I kind of feel like it has like a more masculine aesthetic. I think, which I like. I'm into that. It's very simplistic. It's kind of matte. It's got the blues, like the royal blues, and like the really bright piercing oranges. I think that's a perfect color combination. I think that she did really, really great with like the aesthetic of the brand. I think it looks really nice. I've watched a couple of reviews about this brand, and Robert had a really, really great review of the products, and so that got me excited. But the other two reviews that I watched, they like weren't so happy and positive, so I'm kind of like going back and forth. I'm gonna watch some more reviews, some more, you know, different skin types, different opinions, things like that, because I don't know the price point. I'm looking at the website now, but everything is in a currency that isn't mine, so I'm not really sure how much it is in American and US dollars. But I am excited. I am intrigued. I think, like, go her. Good for her. I love the Nikki tutorials. I've been watching her for a very long time as well. Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for her. And there are some products that I want to try. I forget which one it is. I know that the cooling eye stick thing had not so great, like, reviews. So I'm not really interested in trying out that. But there is like a serum, I think, that she has. Yeah, I think it's the glow serum that people were really loving. Or Robert Welsh was saying that it made his skin almost look like silvery, like in a good way. Like it was really nice, like prep for makeup. So that got me really excited. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys here for this new Nikki Tutorials brand Nemia? Do you care? Do you not care? So Ariana Grande is coming out with her own beauty line called Rim Beauty. Listen, I wish prosperity amongst all. I hope that this beauty brand works out for her. I'm not, from the photo that I'm looking at, this is all that I could find thus far. I did get this picture from Trendmood. Thank you, ma'am. I'm just not, okay, I will say, not to be shady, but I will say the component, like, drawing reminds me a lot of Rare Beauty, which is Selena Gomez's line, or brand. So there's that. Like, we already have, this. Like, Selena Gomez already gave us this. Thanks anyways, Ariana. And then the color story that I'm seeing, like this color block photo where everything's kind of like chunked up and like broken, like the rough, like the raw materials, you know. It looks purpley and browny, which happens to be a color story that that Selena Gomez has just released with her brand Rare Beauty. So the color story looks as if it may be reminiscent to what Selena just launched within Rare Beauty. And then you have a similar component. This is not something that I see myself splurging on, at least not this first eyeshadow palette launch. Like if she got all the face products, like I could see myself purchasing a concealer from Ariana's brand, or even like lashes or something, but not this. This isn't what I'm into. Okay, so you guys, I don't know if you heard, but Miss Ellen DeGeneres, she has launched, I think earlier in October, like the very beginning of October, she announced the launch or the creation of a skincare line called Kind Science. Yeah. So here's the promo picture that I have. Thank you, Trendmood, once again. Yeah, you know, I again, I'm not really a huge Ellen fan, like, of, like, the show and stuff. Like, you know, I was either always in school or at work when Ellen came on the TV, so it's not something that, like, I watched. So I don't have, like, this, you know, connection to Ellen that some women or men may feel. And then I know that everything has happened with her thanks to Nikki Tutorials, you know, exposing Ellen, and then so many other people coming forward, and, you know, other celebrities, employees, you know, things of that nature. So that sucks for Ellen. So I just think it's really, well, it doesn't suck for Ellen. She shouldn't be an asshole, but just like, you know, all these people come forward and you're like, oh, well, you know, yeah, sorry, I'm a huge ass, my bad. And then she comes out with this skincare line called Kind Science. Now, it's not just her by herself. Someone is doing it with her, Victoria Jackson. I don't know who that is. It says skin kind, animal kind, eco kind. So I'm guessing that they're not going to test on animals. It's probably going to be made with recyclable products. I'm sure the line is gonna be geared towards mature women, possibly even men. But that's what I'm going to assume, that it's going to be a mature audience. Like, I don't think they're going to be trying to reach out to like 17-year-olds or even 27-year-olds. They're probably reaching out to like 37-year-olds and 40 and 50 and 60, 70-year-olds. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. You know, I could be wrong. But I have a feeling I'm not. So with all that said, no, I'm not going to be supporting this brand. I won't be supporting Ellen. You know, I think that you should be nice to people. I've been in positions of management since I was in my early 20s, and you just can't treat people like shit. I'm not even gonna be following along to this brand, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna want to see what Ariana puts out just so I can see. And I'm definitely like interested in Nikki Tutorial's brand. I can't wait to see what else she comes out with, if she's gonna do some makeup, if it's just gonna be skincare. I don't know how many things you can just keep on releasing with skincare. I mean, skincare brands exist, but I like a lot of them, but I feel like unless like you are dedicated to that skincare brand, you know, people, because there's so many skincare brands and people have their holy grails and brands that they trust and this, that, and the other, I feel like to just continue in skincare might be a little hard to maintain relevancy, so I wonder what else she's going to do. But when it comes to Ellen and her brand, I don't care. It's a pass. It's going to be a purge for me. Well, guys, I hope you didn't totally hate that. If you're still sitting here watching with me, I'm going to assume you enjoyed at least some of it. Let me know down in the comments if you guys saw anything that you were like, yes, I have to have that. I'm splurging on that too. Or if there's anything that you saw where you're like, no, girl, don't buy that. Like, I have it. It's not good. Like, let me know. I'm going to be doing this every month. I'm going to do like a just all over the month of October. I'll be keeping little notes of what gets launched, and then like the really, really good ones that really catch my eye and the really, really shit ones that catch my eye, I'll save for the Splurge or Purge and talk about them with you guys. But each week I'm going to also go over just like new releases, just to like talk about them with you guys. I'm not going to tell you in that video. I'm going to try my best to not be like opinionated in those videos. It's going to kind of be like just like the weekly news of makeup, what has been launched. And then they'll leave like the judgmental stuff for like the end of the month. And I think that's going to be really, really fun. I've got a calendar going of what I'm going to be doing this month. I actually filmed this concept last month and then I was going to post it in the beginning of October, and then we got really busy, and then life started happening, and then I actually didn't film at all again after that. I didn't even finish editing. Like, I just didn't finish. Like, there's always so much going on here between the girls, my kids, the dogs, the cats. There's always something, and I always just feel bad. Like, if there's a chore that needs to get done or a few chores, I just feel like I get like stuck in this like routine every day that I'm doing the exact same thing every day, and it kind of like messes like with like your mental, like you kind of get like you know. And so I'm trying to like, it's okay to like step away and sit down and film these videos and just kind of like escape my own everyday mundane madness, you know, because I really do enjoy this. I love sitting down and talking with you guys. Other than like my animals and my kids, my 3.5 and 1.5-year-old, I don't talk to anyone all day except like myself. So this is like nice for me. So I need to make more of an effort to do this for myself and get with you guys. I'm so sorry about my dogs, but there's people on my patio and I can't do anything about it. So I guess with that being said, thank you guys so much. And I hope that you like this video. If you did like this video, please consider subscribing. It isn't always this chaotic, I promise. It's just the middle of the day and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of outside distractions. So thanks for sitting with me today, and I hope that you guys have a good one. Bye.